What often happens subconsciously is that we begin to believe that I am doing this, I'm showing up because I don't feel like I am good enough. I am disciplined because my everyday self is not good enough. Hello, loves. You are listening to the Love Life with Court show. And as always, I am your host, Courtney. If this is your first time tuning into the pod, well, welcome to the family. And if not, here is a warm welcome back. Without further ado, let's get started on today's episode. Hello, love. I hope you're having the most amazing day. Today, we are talking about a new aha moment, a new light bulb that went off for me, and everything that I believed how I should approach my goals, how I should approach just following through on things, showing up every day has really shifted for me. And now I want to share that with you. Last week, we talked about understanding why you are so deserving of this beautiful, amazing life and embracing the strategies on how you can reach your goals through a lens of I am deserving, I am worthy, and so forth. So today, we're going to take this approach of how we approach our goals and shift it from being disciplined to a whole new aha moment that I had. So stay tuned because we're diving in today. So our intentions for this episode is why being disciplined doesn't work. Whatever your goal is, you may be trying to acquire a stronger, healthier body, you may be wanting to start a business, or it even may be much smaller than that, just trying to follow through on daily habits that will help you in reaching your goals or just living a more fulfilling life. To touch on a lot of reasons why people struggle with being disciplined are things like feeling a lack of purpose, the fear of failure, temptations, or distractions. A big component of that is something we all do, which is procrastination. Also, being stuck in your comfort zone or having difficulties with feeling uncomfortable and embracing uncomfortability. And the last one, when it comes to reasons why you may struggle with being disciplined, and this is the biggest one, is the reliance on motivation. This is where that aha moment really came in for me. For a long time, I always believed and also preached to others that you cannot rely on motivation to show up and do things. First, you need to be disciplined and the motivation will follow. When it comes to being motivated, it's a fabulous tool when it comes to being able to push yourself, but motivation is very fleeting. And if you're always waiting around for it to show up, we know that you'll likely never reach your end goal. Now, when it comes to discipline is about sacrificing what you want now for what you want so much more of later. So sacrificing the freedom and, your time, things like that, so that you are able to have more freedom and more time in the future. But the thing that was holding myself back, and I can almost guarantee is continuing to hold you back, is your overall perspective, which is chasing a disciplined approach instead of embracing your goals through, now listen to this. This was the aha moment for me. Instead of embracing your goals through disciplined approach, you are now going to be embracing your goals through a lens of devotion. Now, when it comes to being disciplined, what often happens subconsciously is that we begin to believe that I am doing this, I'm showing up because I don't feel like I am good enough. I am disciplined because my everyday self is not good enough. But what devotion says is I am showing up because I love myself. Discipline now has its place, but it's not our answer to success or fulfillment. What we want to think is that I am disciplined because I am devoted. I am disciplined because I am devoted to my goals. I am disciplined because I am devoted to myself. I am disciplined because I completely and utterly love myself and I know I am deserving. When it comes to discipline, this creates an agenda for the work to get done. We wake up and we're like, okay, let's go. I'm disciplined. I'm going to show up. I got to do this, this, and this. But what happens subconsciously, like I said, is that we believe these skills and abilities are not already innately within us. But without devotion, discipline is an action without heart. We believe that this is not already within us. So what we do is not coming from our soul, coming from love, coming from a place where we completely and utterly understand, believe, and know that we are doing this because we deserve it and we love ourselves. And this can be just a simple example as fueling your body, moving your body, meditation, journaling, these little habits that we think, oh, we need to be disciplined to be able to do this. Other people even pointed out, oh, you must be so disciplined to be able to, every day try your best to ensure that you're fueling your body and getting enough protein. But instead, what we want to do is shift that lens to know I understand and believe and am devoted to myself. And I love myself so much that I will continue to prioritize this for me. Devotion engages the heart. It brings soul and spirit and infuses emotion into the work. An article written by Deborah Smouse entitled "Devotion is a Key Ingredient to Achieve Your Goals." And I will put the link in the show notes if you want to continue to read it. But what she does is outlines how to become devoted to the quality of your daily life. So not devoted to the end goal, not devoted to the outcome or doing something because you want something in return, but instead being devoted to every day you want your life to be full of quality and meaning and beautifulness and so forth. So what we're going to do, I've summarized it a little bit, and we'll go through ways that you can achieve your goals by simply just embracing the quality of your life. And number one is making a bold declaration saying that now it is time to do X. So just one thing. First thing that comes to your mind as you're listening to me, what is the first thing that comes up where you are ready to do it? It is time to do it. You've been putting it off for long enough, and it is time to be completely and utterly devoted to yourself and just do it. Pick one thing, big or small. I would suggest starting with the smallest thing because our small habits are what make big changes. Number two is get clear on your why. So now you may have an idea or a few ideas of something that you want to start. Narrow that down to one thing and then get clear on your why. Why is this your goal? Why is this important for you? How will this help your daily life and offer quality to your daily life? And if you feel confident in doing this, but you aren't clear on why this deserves your devotion, but your gut is telling you it's the right choice, dig into it a little more. I always tell you, if you don't know the answer to a problem, if you don't know why you're getting triggered in certain situations, if you don't know why you're doing something, whatever it is, ask yourself why until you get to the root answers. It may take 5 whys, it may take 10 whys, 15 whys, but continue to ask yourself why until you get to the answer. And then number 3, remind yourself that you get to choose anything. Even if it sounds or seems selfish, if you have children, if you're trying your best right now to show up for other people, it is time to remind yourself that you get to choose anything right now, big or small, even if it feels selfish. If it will make you happy, then it holds value. Number 4, determine how much time in a week you are going to allow your goal to have spotlight. And this is where we have to really think. You need to think, how devoted am I to this goal? How devoted am I to myself to show up every day? And then analyze this and identify how much time you will commit to it. To stay devoted, we can't toss aside everything in our lives in hopes of focusing on this goal. But instead, commit yourself that you'll spend time on this, 30 minutes a day or an hour every other day or 2 hours on a Sunday. Whatever it is, make time for it because you are deserving of it and your life is deserving of it and you are devoted to it because you know that you love yourself so much from within. And even if you're at the point right now where you're like, Courtney, I do not have enough self-love right now to feel that I am deserving of this, it will come. But what you need to do is show up for yourself to understand how deserving and capable you are to reach your dreams and goals. Number 5, if you need to, make appointments with yourself. Remember that your dreams deserve devotion. Say no to extra obligations. Get up earlier than normal. And not because you're disciplined, but you are, again, say it with me, devoted to yourself. I am devoted to myself. And number 6, which is the last one, is remind yourself what you can accomplish when you devote your whole self. I always like to think about my future self. Everything I do, I keep her in mind. When I'm running on the treadmill, I am thinking about what she can accomplish if she continues to show up every day. Right now, it doesn't seem like this grand, big goal that I've reached, but every day I do a little bit more. I do a little bit more. I get better and better. And I think about that future self that thanks me right now for spending every day devoting and loving herself to embrace this beautiful life. And going back to where we think about disciplined and putting off the things that we love doing right now so we can do more of it later. When we're devoted, we are able to embody embracing our daily life, showing up for our future self, healing our inner child who maybe doesn't believe that she is deserving of all of this. So devotion has such a bigger impact than simply just being disciplined and doing it because you believe that your innate skills and abilities are not enough. And give yourself fully. Whatever it is, whatever goal you have, commit and give yourself knowing that, shit, this is going to be something someday. You know, with this podcast, just a simple example. With this podcast, I just decided, I quit my job and I said, I deserve this. This is what I've always wanted. And every day I put out a podcast every few days. I'm constantly putting time into it because I know I don't just love it, but I love who I am becoming through it. So you will notice along your journey that when you're not just devoted to yourself, but devoted to the goal, you will begin to love every aspect of it. That's today's episode. So again, key ingredients to achieve your goals and how to become devoted to your quality of daily life. Make a bold declaration. Get clear on your why. Remind yourself that you get to choose anything. This is not a goal that is focused on your children or your spouse or your family or the expectations of society. This is for you. You can choose anything you want. If it is every day I want to take some time to color, do it. Do it. If that's what you enjoy, do it. And determine how much time a week you are going to allow yourself to focus on that goal. If you need to, make appointments with yourself. And the last one, remind yourself what you can accomplish when you devote your whole self. I love you all so much. And a friendly reminder to not only be kind to others, but also to your beautiful, amazing, devoted self.